Shake it like you mean it, baby. Come on and dance with it. Come on. Shake it like you mean it, baby. Come on and dance with it.
Light the beam! Light the beam!
Oh, there it is. Oh.
We're rusty. We're
Light
rusty.
the beam. You know, in the time that we last lit the beam, the Sacramento Kings have still not lit the beam. I believe their losing streak continues as we're back once again, all in the room together, the three of us back for a Thursday night edition of the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma. Once again, I am your host, Sam Freeze, as always, broadcasting live here on the north side of San Antonio, where we are now 56 days away from the NFL draft.
God, that seems so long.
It's going to be here before you know it, because it's right as you kind of forget about football.
Yeah, it pops
It
up.
pops right back up and you're fully into draft mode. Of course, it's combine weekend or combine week this week. So NFL draft top of mind, but yeah, still 56 days away. Of course, that other voice you hear on the line is the Cap himself, joining me once again, wearing the hat that is solely responsible for the Spurs' 10-game win streak. As a man who believes in momentum along with other superstitions,
Oh, this is not good.
I heard as the Spurs were losing in the third quarter last night in Canada, I heard it was I got the ESPN alert on my phone that said the Cap has just gone to his truck and got his San Antonio Spurs hat
Middle of the fourth quarter, baby.
and put it on. And what do you know? Spurs come back and beat the hated Toronto Raptors
It's a lifestyle, man.
110-107. And it's purely only because you put the hat on. That's
They
how
knew
superstitions
It
work.
was like it's my own little beam coming up from my house
That's exactly, yes.
that you
it's-
can see from Canada.
That's right. Well, it is a bright white hat.
Every Canadian eating poutine was like, "What's that beam?
What's that beam,
Don't
eh?
you know?"
We're gonna have surprisingly a lot of Canada talk on the program tonight because we've got a lot to catch up on. It's been it's been 2 weeks since we were here in the room together, if my math is correct. So a lot to catch up on. Of course, the man on the other side of the glass playing everything you hear that is not Cap or I, that is, of course, LG back from his own, well, I almost said vacation, but it sounds...
His 16-hour day vacation.
Yeah, it sounds like LG was working harder in the last 2 weeks than either you or I can claim.
I've only seen him that lethargic in Colorado and legal states.
Yeah, no, I think this was non-pharmaceutical, non-substance. This was just pure hard work, wearing him out. LG, tell the good people before we get into our game of catch-up we're going to play here. Tell the good people how they can help support the program.
Like Matt Bonner's tacos.
Yeah, delicious. You can help support by hitting that subscribe button or hitting the like button or jumping into the super chat. Greg's up in here already. He says, "Don't ever leave me again, guys."
Oh, Greg.
Greg's having withdrawals. We have a Amazon wish list as well if you want to buy us some equipment and you're feeling generous. What else can you do? You can
gonna put
follow
some-
us on all the socials as well because
Hey,
these
there we
guys
go.
set up a bunch of socials apparently
Sportscave.live on everything.
on everything, including Blue Sky.
including
And
Threads
No.
and LinkedIn
No.
So not everything.
and
Not everything.
Grinder.
Yeah, definitely Grinder.
We're
you can
big
find
on
the captain
Grindr.
on
Dude.
Grindr, yeah.
We've crashed it a couple times.
Grinder. Grinder is just a Subway sandwich. By the way.
That's correct. Yeah. No,
I learned that from Matt Bonner last night.
we learned a lot from and about Matt Bonner last night.
Ketchup on tacos?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's
That
unfortunate.
is not picante sauce. I guess, the Whataburger picante sauce is kind of like ketchup.
I was about to say it's basically
Yeah.
it's basically the same thing.
The spicy ketchup.
Did you notice we got to LG 4 minutes?
Yeah, it was an early one.
4 minutes into the program. And
Yeah, I
that's
wasn't ready for
because
that.
Are you structuring it hard?
we're doing a tight hour tonight. The
Tight hour.
tightest. The tightest.
of tights.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm already kind of on birthday. I almost went full birthday mode. I turned flipping 40 in a matter of about 3 hours and 50 minutes.
I was just hoping you didn't say anything, and I was gonna put it out at the end, being like, lightning round. Oh, Puma's turning 40.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club, baby.
No, I've learned. I've been battling something with the roommate it's one of those. Every couple has a have just some lines that are never going to align.
Yeah.
Birthdays are one of them. We've been in birthday week celebration mode going all the way back to it started Saturday when it was officially.
It's your birthday.
There's not birthday week, man. You are not in your 20s.
That's what I tried to say.
I don't even celebrate my birthday anymore.
Yeah.
People are like, what are you going to do for your birthday? And I'm like, not listen to you assholes.
That's bad. So there are times where it works out in my favor. And I'll tell you, Sunday night when we were at Amor Eterno down in Southtown, shout out Aaron, we were grabbing a late nightcap and walk in. There's two ladies that appeared like they earned their living by showing their physical assets on a stage that might or might not involve
A pole?
a pole of some sort. Yes, exactly. It's something
You can never tell these days.
you can't tell. And that's why I say might or might. Could have just been
It's like give me the stripper makeover. I just had 3 kids.
could have just been your
for $10?
run of the mill OnlyFans content creators, but they were at the bar in line in front of us and clearly could tell one of them was celebrating something, right?
Oh God.
So the roommate, I love her to death, but as soon as she realized that one of the girls there was celebrating her birthday that night, she immediately was like, "Yeah, it's Sam's birthday tomorrow. So y'all are like birthday to it. Like we got to buy shot. We got to get drinks." And so
Was she trying to initiate little
I think she
menage quadruples?
I think she was trying to initiate hospitality is what she was trying to. If she was trying to get me to open up and actually start celebrating my birthday. And I think she thought
This is dude.
involving
two
some
chicks at the same time,
And
man.
she thought if there was anything that was going to get me motivated in that instant to start celebrating my birthday, it was to
It was TNA.
it was to start taking some shots with a maybe or might not be stripper at the establishment.
Let's just call them strippers.
For the sake of
that
the
makes the story
story.
better.
Yeah, for the sake of the story.
And the lap dance happened.
That was it was on the patio right there.
patio.
Yeah, right there at Amor.
Right next to the stomped on chicken wings.
That's exactly right. Right next to the sign for the coffee shop that's still on the wall that used to be in that building. No, it's been like that all week long. So everywhere we go, she's found some way to try to get me to celebrate my birthday. So I'm already, we're still 3.5 hours
Oh, buddy.
away from my birthday, and I'm already tired of celebrating it because I've been doing it all flipping week.
Did you even want to celebrate it, or you just like, I'm turning 40.
Okay, so I'm not that.
Yo, Eeyore.
No,
hey,
okay.
Hey, Pooh.
I'm not mopey
I'm
about
turning
it.
40.
I mean, okay, I wanted to do like 2 things.
Yeah.
Have a really, really nice dinner
Yeah.
and go do some go-kart racing.
Oh, some go-kart racing.
I love
Well,
go-kart.
are you talking about F1? Like, I haven't been there. My kid's been to that F1, and
It's pretty fun.
Tells me it was going pretty fast.
It's pretty fun. So
My ass would just weigh one down. I'd be all slow, and I'm like, I just hit people.
well, I was about to say that's where you can take even more. You're the kind of guy
Thank
that
you,
I complain to management about, where it's like he messed up my lap time. I want another run because, buddy,
You're hitting the angles.
You bet your ass.
You're
I
hitting the
have
angles.
I have complained to 18, 19-year-old employees at that go-kart place. I'm like, guys, y'all got to let me run again. Like, you put me out there with a bunch of kids that can't drive. Like, you got to. I'm shaving seconds off my lap time here. Like, look at this progression over the last 5 laps. Like, you got to let me.
So we need to make like a
another run.
kitty so you can get like your own private lap, like couple laps, so you can see your best time.
So every time I've gone, I've paid extra to get the track one time to myself,
How much
just
does
so
that
I can
cost?
do. It's my birthday.
Oh,
Who cares?
no.
Who cares? No.
Big baller over here.
Yeah, I find that the best way to celebrate a birthday is trying to feel like a kid again and going go-kart racing. So at some point this weekend, I think we're gonna actually, I think we're gonna do 2 trips. We're
Two
gonna
trips
do
to-
one.
oh my
Well, we're
God.
gonna do one to that one because it's faster. But the Andretti one they have now out there.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that one's different. The F1 one is down. That's like over
there's
on the
2 of
west
them.
side. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, buddy.
No, go-karts have come a long way. Shout out Miguel. Yes,
Going to your go-kart fun.
I remember when you used to spam me with Pol Pot pics. We haven't had a Pol Pot reference on the on the program lately. But if
Seem
you
very
do,
excited about that one.
I just
Don't know.
like
what is a Pol Pot?
the
Cambodian dude.
genocidal Cambodian dictator that killed
Oh my god.
The Killing Fields.
more
ever
He
seen
people.
that
just sent
movie?
you like death pics.
Well, no, it was just it was like the promo shot of Pol Pot being like, everything's great here in
Oh my
Cambodia.
God. As I'm massacring thousands of people.
Well, look, he's a name that doesn't get mentioned with the
The
Mount
all-time
Rushmores of genocidal dictators. Yeah,
The
he's
Genghis Khan.
he gets a little he gets a little
Kim Jong.
well, look, Genghis Khan wasn't doing it for
He was doing it to spread his seed.
yeah, exactly. He wasn't doing it for genocide purposes. He was just doing it for world domination.
And supposedly, that's called something. Do you know what that's called? Like, it's like a term to where you think you are superior and you have to spread your seed. Like,
It's called the Epstein syndrome.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
there we go.
Epstein was like that. Elon's like that. All these billionaires. There's this billionaire that will pay you like money just to be a surrogate, and he doesn't have to like. He'll pay you for years, like $10,000.
Is that Peter Thiel?
Probably Peter Thiel's
Yeah.
like that. Like
Yeah.
these guys literally have like concubines where they have thousands of children.
Yeah, I think you're
That's a
describing
lot of child support, bro.
divine sperm, like the divine semen theory.
The Epstein files, the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, still getting to the bottom of that.
Still got about a couple million more pages.
Still, just give us some more time. Still getting to the bottom of that. Yeah, as LG said, if you do throw a super chat out there, we'll get to them before the lightning round. If they are on topic, we're gonna talk some Spurs. We're gonna talk
thanks for the
some.
$5, Greg. Hey, these aren't guns; these are cannons. You know what I'm
Okay,
telling
yeah.
you, yeah.
It's like the Gonzalez cannon that everyone knows the story of Come and Take It. Do you realize that cannon was like this
Yeah, it
big?
was like a little tiny cannon.
It
dude.
would fit on a school desk, and that's the whole point. Because they asked we need a cannon for security.
Yeah,
Mexico
they
was
gave
like,
him, like, a
okay,
little-
here's a pea shooter, have fun. And then they're like, hey guys, we need that cannon back. Come and take it.
Come and take this little
Yeah,
cannon.
yeah, you thought it was
You
a
troll
joke
us with this cannon, we're gonna
Exactly.
keep it.
I wish they would. History's awesome if
Yeah.
you teach it if you teach it the right way. No, we've got a lot to catch up on. Starting with, did you know today is one of the most sacred days on our calendar?
Oh no.
It is one out of 365 that truly stands above the rest.
Uh-oh. Then you're hyping it. You're hyping it.
Not only is it the day that Jerry Jones fired Tom Landry in 1989,
And you ruined it.
but it is also National Chili Day,
Okay.
which I did my part unbeknownst. And
Chili stands up real.
sure, let's go with that. The only reason this one is more important than the other 364. So I go to this same website to pull these stupid national days because they're hilarious to me. It's all clearly written by AI gibberish. It's AI slop writing, okay? So that's why it's
Those freaking overlords.
That's why it's fun to see what the AI slop spits out for National Chili Day. You ready?
Oh man.
National Chili Day on the fourth Thursday in February honors one of America's favorite winter dishes. It's also known as chili con carne, parentheses, chili with meat. In Spanish, chili refers to chili pepper, and carne means meat. American frontier settlers used a chili recipe of dried beef, dried chili peppers, and salt. All this pounded together and formed into bricks and dried. They could then boil the bricks in pots and on the trails. This is where it gets good. At the Columbian Exposition in Chicago in 1893, you all remember the Columbian Exposition in
How could you-
Chicago
how
in
could you
18.
forget,
How
man?
could you possibly forget? Again, this is from nationaldaycalendar.com. It's not tailored to our
I'm gonna
region.
crash that website.
Again, at the infamous Columbian Exposition in Chicago in 1893, the San Antonio Chili Stand helped people from all over the United States appreciate the taste of chili. Because San Antonio was a significant tourist destination, it helped Texas-style chili con carne spread throughout the United States.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
In 1977, House Concurrent Resolution number 18 of the 65th Texas Legislature designated chili con carne as the official dish of the U.S. state of Texas. Texas.
Not beef, not steak, but chili
Chili.
from the Mexicans.
That's correct. Well, depends on if you believe the AI slop, because let me tell you, there are many ways that people enjoy the great taste of chili, some of which include add chili to hot dogs to create chili dogs. Top burgers with chili and enjoy a chili burger. Combine chili and cheese with fries, and what do you make?
Chili cheese fries.
You would think. Wow, right, okay.
Yep.
Make the ultimate baked potato by stuffing it with chili. Frito pie is chili with spaghetti noodles.
Dude, I'm dying over here.
The AI got a little off on that one.
AI, it had what would they call it? A phantom racism.
Add croutons to your chili for added crunch.
Croutons?
Yes, celebrate National Chili Day responsibly.
Not one mention of beans.
Not a single mention
Whoa!
of beans.
So we've answered the question: do you make chili with beans or not?
Like most things in our modern society that we choose to fight
I like
over,
a good bean, dude.
a kidney bean and chili is just fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Pinto bean.
The chili I ate earlier, it didn't have beans, and guess what?
it was just fine.
It was just fine. It's chili.
Yeah, it's
what
chili.
what are we fighting for?
the things we decide to die on the hill with.
Yeah, well, chili is certainly. I know I for one will be remembering the day Jerry Jones ruined the Cowboys for a large chunk of the fan base. I will be celebrating, or
Not National Chili Day, but National Fire Jimmy Johnson Day.
well, fire Tom Landry
Oh,
before he could fire Jimmy Johnson. No, we got a lot to get to. Let's. You want to play a little bit of catch up?
Yeah, let's play a little catch
Speaking
up.
of chili, so we did
How's that
this.
speaking of chili?
Well, I mean, Midwestern chili is basically ketchup with
Oh,
under-seasoned ground beef in it because they can't handle the. It's like salt and pepper is spicy to your average Midwesterner.
white people?
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%.
That was, dude. I didn't grow up with spice, man. I until I got out of my house, and I'm like, what is this? Like,
See-
and no salt on anything. There was like,
This is the one thing I think we've talked about this before.
I grew up with the blandest food ever.
the crossover between like really spicy ethnic food of different,
Yeah.
whether Indian, Mexican, whatever you're eating, Asian spice food.
Yeah,
There is an equal like bar that crosses over with the kinds of hot sauce that rednecks buy from gas station. The Ass Blaster 5000. It's got a 5,000 Scoville unit. There's
It's like, oh, that's not bad. And you're just like, all of a
everyone I
sudden
grew up
sweating.
with smoked cigarettes, so their taste buds were absolutely gone. So everything we ate had to be spicy.
We used to go down to the Pepper Shack at Port Aransas Island. Like Port Aransas? Yeah. And they had
Mustang Island.
Mustang. There you go. Mustang Island. Thank you, LG. And you could get your picture on the wall if you took a little dab, kind of like all the Hot Ones stuff. And I put a bunch on there. I was like, I got this.
How'd that go for you?
Not good. Ran to Dairy Queen.
Did you get your picture on the wall at least?
Sure did. I was crying my eyes out, dude. I was like, oh.
We've done this before when we've missed a week or two of shows. We do a little, of course, we do the lightning round at the end, but we do a little miniature wraparound segment here where we have, get
flex my
loose,
muscles.
get ready. We have a corresponding list.
This is how I get to start work on my weekends.
Some of the, some of the different events that have taken place since we last did a show that you might have missed. Some of these we'll get into throughout the rest of the show in the main seggy. Some of these you probably won't ever hear us talk about again. So without further ado, Cap, get us started. What did we miss?
What we missed while we were gone, a 10-game win streak with the Spurs.
That's right. USA beats Canada in the gold medal game, men's hockey.
Longest State of the Union ever.
USA also beats Canada in the gold medal game for women's hockey.
Spurs got second in the dunk contest once again.
The Olympic Village ran out of condoms in record time this year.
3 days. El Mincho got caught by an OnlyFans girl he was smuggling into bang.
Also starting cartel violent responses across different cities in Mexico.
Yeah. We're 2 games out of first in the Western Conference.
The NBA All-Star Weekend that you mentioned got its best rating in years, and they might have actually solved some of the issues with it.
Might have. Elisa Liu was first gold medal in women's figure skating since 1992.
Nancy Guthrie, still missing.
Spring training started.
Civil rights icon Jesse Jackson died.
Javonte Williams got a 3-year deal for the Cowboys. Way overpaid.
Logan Paul sells a Pokemon card for $16.5 million.
Duke takes #1 spot over a win over Michigan.
Obama says there's no evidence of alien contact.
LG made a movie.
Research was done at a Florida zoo that saved wild rhinos' eyesight in Africa.
Going on you. U.S. is not the only concern for FIFA World Cup with the cartel taking over Mexico.
A 20-person brawl broke out at a Florida retirement home over a game of pickleball.
The U.S. men's hockey team made all the Milan, or is it Milan? All the Milan strippers stand up for the national anthem.
That was in Florida, and I loved every minute of it. Everyone lost their mind over some monkey named Punch.
Yeah, I don't know that. Everybody's got allergies in San Antonio.
I learned who clavicular is and what look maxing and frame mogging are.
I learned the first original person to raw dog it on an airplane was Putty from Seinfeld.
Speaking of raw dogging it, researchers developed smart underwear to track the average amount of daily farts.
And we're going to end it on that one.
And lastly, as I learned today, Uncle Andy told me about a Mets prospect who started eating 30 raw eggs a day during the offseason and has increased his fastball velocity by almost 3 miles per hour.
Yeah, it's got to be the eggs.
It's gotta
be the eggs, dude.
It's gotta be the eggs.
Oh, buddy.
That's the only explanation. I think we covered everything.
I think that's about it.
That's about all.
That's about all of it.
We're going to talk more Olympics as we go on.
No El Mincho?
I had El Mincho on my list. I figured there would be some that would cross over.
You got my condom one.
The something else that happened, at least in my neck of the woods, we have an emerging alliance in the East Side Wildlife Report.
Oh, an alliance.
You know, I've told you
they're banding together.
They are figuring out
Are they
what
trying to shut down the zoo?
I think they're figuring out what humans can't, is that they are stronger together than divided. We're
talking about kitties.
That's half the alliance.
Oh, buddy.
So, yeah, I've told you about my attempts to try to
Pussy is strong when they work together.
domesticate the fox that is coming around.
Fox.
Because we got a local fox that is hitting all of the feral cat feeding areas in the neighborhood. LG, throw that photo up that I sent you. We now have, if you look, now notice, this is like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the evening. I mean, we're not talking normal possum hours here.
Yeah.
That is a local feral cat making friends with one of the neighborhood possums. Yeah. They were literally just rolling around in the backyard.
Yeah.
Like it's literally like Fox and Hound, the old Disney movie, but it's a possum and a feral cat.
That's how you get ringworm.
No, possums are great. Possums don't carry disease. They genetically can't. And they can't get rabies, their possums are
Why are we
awesome.
not like taking their DNA?
It's a damn good question. They eat ticks. They eat all of the stuff that give your animals.
It's like,
diseases.
was it the iguana the what was it? The lizard, the something dragon.
Komodo.
Komodo.
Oh.
Thing. See, I knew LG was gonna get it.
Yeah,
The
that's
Komodo
not-
dragon's like immune to viruses and stuff like that. They're poison.
The one at the zoo wasn't immune to mine and LG's visit.
Oh, what'd you do? What
Yeah.
did y'all
Pour
kill?
one out for that one.
Pour one out.
Y'all killed the Komodo dragon?
So we were there to film.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. We were there to film. I mean, the giraffe that I got yelled at for petting didn't die. So I went 1 for 2.
So they said you petting it like oil from your skin.
No, it's not even
Killed
that.
it.
It's not even that. It's another case of
Mistaken identity.
false honor, mistaken identity, stolen valor. We were there to film something very specific, and we were on a bit of a time crunch. And so we're running through the zoo to get to another exhibit. And LG's got, like LG does, he's got the full camera rig. He's fully prepared, ready to.
He's a professional.
He's got the shot sheet. He knows exactly what we're getting. So it's me and LG and a couple of the zoo employees, and they're leading us to the next behind the scenes, access we're going to get. And one member of the party might or might not have decided to just break off whenever he was walking past the Komodo dragon display. And so
Is that you?
that is me.
That was the one member?
That would be me. Yeah. And so I went and
unburden yourself. Take that, years of anguish off your shoulders.
I was literally like the little kid, like this far away from the glass, looking at the Komodo dragon, because he was right up close, and I was walking by, and the temptation was too much to pass. And so then LG's yelling at me when he comes walking back and realizes that that's where I'm at. And then, yeah, buddy, the Komodo dragon didn't make it through the night. That was the
Poor Bubba.
poor Bubba, the Komodo dragon. Yeah.
We had to give a Komodo dragon, I'm assuming ancestral from the Orient. We had to give him the name Bubba.
If you saw him, you would
he was a
understand.
total Bubba?
He was a total Bubba.
They had poured Budweiser in his dish.
I mean,
Here
pretty
you
much.
go. Here you go, Bubba.
He had some strong opinions on Jeff Gordon. Some really, really strong opinions.
He's no Dale Earnhardt Sr., not that junior.
He still watches the YouTube clip of the head of NASCAR announcing "We've lost Dale."
28 years old at the San Antonio Zoo for 25 years, 8.5 feet long, 175 pounds.
That
R.I.P.
man,
Bubba.
Bubba lived a long life and you ruined him.
He was an impressive specimen, that Bubba.
You freaked out 175-pound Komodo dragon. to death.
25 years. What are the odds? 25 years at the zoo.
Did you go for like 2 days, or did they call you and be like, "Yeah, that lizard died"?
I saw the
It
headlines.
was like the very next day.
It was
after we filmed
literally-
it, yeah.
Literally, I woke up the next morning to multiple people having sent me the headline that longtime San Antonio Zoo Komodo dragon
Oh my god!
sadly passes away.
You killed a San Antonio icon, man.
I've lived with that. I've lived with
You
that.
can't
grief.
go to the press conferences with me and the Spurs when LG hooks me up.
Oh
with that
yeah,
pass.
yeah. When you eventually
We
asked,
can't have David Robinson go down because of you.
now.
I'll take over.
Yeah, I was about
I'll
to say.
take over that.
Yeah, judging by the chance of that ever happening, I'm feeling pretty confident that that I won't need to be there. Yeah, pour one out for Bubba.
You gotta live with that for the rest of your life, man.
It was pretty brutal. It was pretty brutal.
25-year-old.
28.
20. Yeah, he had been at the zoo for 25,
He
but
almost made it to 30.
you bashed the zoo. Read that article
Yeah,
about
he
the.
died because of boredom because he was in jail for most of his life.
Read that article about how the zoo are restoring eyesight for wild African rhinos. It's because of research being done at American zoos.
You tell me you can't have a wildlife sanctuary that people don't have to stare and throw stuff at it and
That's what
look
a
at it
zoo
through
is.
a glass and scare it to death?
That's what a
I'm
zoo
just
is.
saying.
It's a wildlife sanctuary.
No.
What do you want?
A
Just-
sanctuary is where they simulate the actual wildlife that they live in.
have you seen the zoo lately? Look,
San
they've
Antonio
got
Zoo is 100% cage free.
Yeah,
All wildlife habitats.
it's great.
You're telling me him looking through a glass is not a cage?
It depends on your definition. I mean, it's a Komodo dragon. The guy. What do you want him to just walk freely through the park?
I want him to live his life, man.
No,
I don't want some long-haired hippie looking through a glass and scaring him to death.
He definitely looked at me and thought, kind of
This is
like.
it.
So
I'm done.
when we went to southern China and we're walking through, like I'm talking what you think of in your head of mountain villages in southern China.
That's it.
That's it. I mean, we're walking through no electricity, no nothing, right? And we get to the hut that we're gonna have dinner in that night, and as I'm standing, like about to walk through the door, she was about 101, I believe, 101, 102-year-old Asian woman who had never seen,
Someone your height.
she had never seen a something like resident of her village. Like she had never.
And you just popped up there?
So I'm I don't think she expected to walk out the door and see this guy. So like,
You killed a
she
101-year-old?
didn't die.
Okay.
She didn't die, but I'm telling you, it feels very similar
You got
to.
the look of death in you or something,
It
man.
feels-
You got that
I would imagine that's what the Komodo dragon experienced when he saw me. Yeah, it was. Look
just like, I got your soul.
again. Pour one out.
You got Bubba's soul in you somewhere.
Pour one out for Bubba. You want to do some Spurs talk?
Let's do it.
All right, 8:38. We're marking it. Let's do some Spurs notes. So since the last time the last show we did was the Thursday going into the All-Star break.
Mhm.
You mentioned specifically at the All-Star break, Spurs were widely represented. It seemed every single event but the 3-point competition had a Spurs.
If Carter Bryant just gotta make that last dunk, man.
So close.
And I think I have to give it, I got to put one on Steph Castle. He told him before, do you have any advice? Don't miss that first dunk. That was running through his head after he got that nasty 50. And why are you dunking twice in the dunk contest in the final round? It should just be one dunk.
Hasn't it always been two though?
For the last?
Well, because I remember
They've changed it up so many times.
No, for sure. I'm just thinking back to the Dominique versus Jordan dunk contest, and I think that's where I'm pretty sure there were still 2 at the end because they were one-upping each other.
Yeah.
Because like one would do, and then that's how we got the free throw dunk from Jordan. Like I think I'd be okay if the dunk contest just
Yeah. I mean,
went away.
there's professional dunkers, man. Like the old buddy who won the last 3 times, even though I thought Castle, I think he nailed it. Even though the reason why he didn't win last year because he didn't nail his first dunk. And Carter Bryant didn't really know the rules because he had as much time as possible to get his third dunk, and he rushed.
And he rushed.
They did fix one problem though with the past few years. Props. No props this dunk contest.
I did
Thank
like that.
God. Oh my God. Hey, let's bring out a car. Hey,
Yep.
get a cupcake. Hey, do this and that. And I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, I
Even
did
though I did
like
like
that.
the cupcake when you blow it out, and that was kind of cool.
I mean, again, like I think it's the bigger problem is, when Blake Griffin is jumping a Kia,
Yeah.
I'm okay with the prop because that's Blake Griffin. That's someone that I think is on the verge of being an all-star in the league when he's doing it.
Yeah.
Like if Zion, did the cupcake dunk this last weekend at the All-Star game,
Yeah.
it would have been a lot cooler than a G League guy doing it. The problem with the dunk contest at its absolute core, at its root, is just the fact that outside of Carter Bryant, because Spurs related, everyone else in that competition was
Like the kid from Oakland, I guess that was the Bay Area dance. Yeah, man, to each their own. But
Well, they were in LA.
Yeah, I know. After every dunk, I'm like, do a different dance, man. I know E40. So when they say get rid of props, that even means humans, or
I think so.
because that's how old buddy kept winning because he kept pushing off on people to get more air.
I love the
I'm still on that.
Yeah,
I'm still on that.
you're gonna die on the hill
I
of
hated that, dude.
dunk contest
hated that so
conspiracies.
much.
Yeah, the bigger story for me was the actual game itself on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
For once, was better than watchable.
Yeah.
Like it was, you saw from the tip off of game 1, Wemby wins the tip, immediately goes down and gets Cade Cunningham posted up so far underneath the basket he can't do anything.
Yeah, and just dunks.
And just dunks it. And watching that live last Sunday afternoon, that was where I was like, okay,
Yeah.
the next 2 hours might actually be enjoyable, might actually be competitive. And for the most part, until the final game.
The final game when the youngins just blew out the old people, and then it ended on free throws. Hey, yay. No, there was a second to last game that ended on free throws.
Yeah, that was the second to last.
I mean, come on. You can't win on free throws, dude.
And
how you going to call that, ref?
well,
I mean, come on.
I mean, it's
Know the score.
exactly have some awareness of what you're about to do to the
you gotta-
overall
you
product.
gotta, really earn it,
I do think so. I mentioned the ratings were up the highest they've been in years, which is true, but it was on NBC.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basic cable versus TNT.
Yeah.
They had the lead in to All-Star Game Sunday was Winter Olympic coverage on ESPN. The lead out after the game was Olympic coverage. So you had all the eyes that were normally tuning in for the Olympics staying on the channel, watching the All-Star Game, and then eventually watching the Olympics again. So I think there's the ratings. If the NBA thinks they solved anything based on the ratings number, I think they're looking at the wrong metric. But I think if you just watched the first 3 games outside of the championship game on Sunday, that was a much better product than we've seen for the last decade.
So if we take that product they gave us, what have we learned that's going to be a better product next year?
One, I think as long as, because you obviously mentioned Wemby winning the tip and getting the dunk to start the game. Immediately after it, you had Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, crediting Wemby for being basically saying like, yeah,
He set the tone.
he set the tone. If he's going to play hard, we don't want to get embarrassed. We're going to play hard too. And that's the key to it right there.
Yeah.
Because that is something that LeBron, Curry,
Yeah.
Jokic has no desire. Jokic,
Yeah.
he was the worst player out there
Kobe
for
even,
any team.
Kobe didn't.
So young Kobe,
young Kobe.
young
was,
Kobe did it because he was still going up against Jordan.
Yeah.
And Jordan was still in the game.
That was his idol, and he was like,
Exactly.
I'm going against him.
But later year Kobe, yeah, you didn't get nearly the same. I think it's if the young generation, if they're truly tired of just hearing the narrative that this game is awful because they don't take it seriously, the only thing that's going to change that is if what they did this year, they do again next year.
Both
And
teams
the
play hard.
Year after that.
Yeah.
And that eventually builds this thing back up because it had gotten so embarrassingly bad.
Yeah. 140 something to 160. And
Oh,
it's just
that would have been a low scoring
It's
one.
just a lob up, alley oop, no defense,
And
3-point contest.
everybody, hanging back, not running back on defense, just waiting for an outlet pass for a dunk. You didn't see a whole lot of that
until
the last game. Right. And I also think if the last game had ended up being a US versus world.
Oh, it was gonna be a dogfight.
Right. I don't think we would have gotten, because what happened, again, the dudes that ruined the All-Star game
They got blown out.
Yeah,
so and then they're like, we're not gonna try to come back from a 10-point deficit.
Right.
They're
It was oddly, ironically appropriate that's how it would end, because hopefully what that game
that's
was.
your legacy, old man.
Hopefully that was a passing of the torch.
As we say, our age.
And we see, dude. Don't remind me. I'm already on.
I'm gonna sharp stick your 40-year-old ass.
I'm already on tilt. It's a 39-year-old ass for the next 3 hours and 13 minutes, sir.
Oh man.
Yeah, I enjoyed it though. Overall,
I got some ideas that if you tweak it, I think I'm gonna take a little bit from the Emeritus Cup. And take a little bit from what I saw from this All-Star game. It's got to be World versus USA.
No question.
100% through the game. I want to see 4 quarters of this. Because those 2 games were the best games.
Yeah.
Now, the players that are in them need another incentive.
Yep.
And it can't be them just winning, an extra 50K bag or anything like that. It's their team. It's all their teammates, the bench players. Everybody gets an extra 20K. Whoever wins gets this much. And then if you want a good product, something that can sell, that's something that's going to be competitive, give them an extra 10 or 20K. And you're going to fight for your people on the end of the bench for the Spurs.
I kind of like that. I kind of love that, actually.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You that's why we saw the passion in the Emeritus Cup, that passion, and we saw them go at it because they were doing it for the people on the end of the bench.
That's an 848 F-bomb.
I did not complete the sentence.
It was close enough to revisit.
I said, frickin'.
I think you're onto something though, because the guys playing in that game are never the guys that are going to need money. I mean, I take that back.
Their sponsorships deals are going to be covering whatever they win.
The money incentive goes a long way for every NBA player, but
we
less
all
for
like money.
Right, exactly. But if you're telling me that maybe it's because I'm trying to think, I think you do it where each team selects the team votes on one player on the team. And so
maybe just the bench players, just like
that's what I'm saying.
Like not the starting 5,
right?
Not the top 6, but the bottom 6 get a bag.
So I think you're onto something. I think that could,
or you get a bag to disperse it however you wish.
There you go.
And then you get whoever wins that one, they can sit there and be like, hey, I'm going to give the whole bag to this one player. And it's because of this reason why. And it could be a very charitable reason because they're going through something. Like they're like, oh, my mom's going through, chemo or something. Now we get the heartstring.
Yeah,
now we
and-
get the storyline.
And now NBC can run a piece on it in between the games and show what each guy is playing for.
Exactly. Kind of like, I don't know if you ever watched American Ninja Warrior, where they like sit there and did a piece on certain players.
I might have seen
it. was
it.
always a sob
Of
story.
course,
You
of
know what I'm
course.
saying? And it's always the comeback story, the underdog story. And you can sit there and sell that. But it's going to make that guy play harder for him. Each All-Star, okay, how about this? Each All-Star gets to play for one player on their team to get a bag.
That's what I think I think that is a reasonable idea that would go
Yeah.
a long way.
And then they get
And it's going to be sponsored anyway or something. I mean,
Exactly.
like Emirates paying for
What the hell is it?
NBA Emeritus. Emeritus Cup. Now I think that's a good idea.
Like anything to get them to play harder because I didn't really see them play like I know we weren't in it, but I didn't really I still was watching the past couple years because we had Wemby, but I've never seen it played as hard as it was this year.
Yeah, my biggest, as much as I liked what I saw this year, the kind of like you just said, like thinking about the last 5 years of scores from the NBA All-Star game, like we now don't, not that it matters a whole lot, but we don't have stats, All-Star game stats under this structure. Because like the crazy run that
Kawhi Leonard,
Kawhi went on, right?
and Ant with his clutch shots.
But how does that compare to Magic Johnson scoring 30 in an All-Star game? Like it's
because they actually had heated rivalries and they didn't get suspended 8 games when they punched someone.
a minor detail.
Bill Laimbeer choking someone out or
Yeah, that's where,
Rodman kicking someone in the nuts.
not that it matters, but you don't have to go far to see 2 years ago, the final score was 211 to 186.
God bless.
The year before that, 184 to 175.
11-game win streak.
Official?
Official.
Spurs close out the Nets. Yeah, all the drama in that game was gone. But this is also where I understand the desire to make this seem like it's this past generation ruined the All-Star game. They're the ones that are responsible for making it a mockery. Okay,
There was no initiative, man.
1961. The score was 153 to 131. 1962, 150 to 130. 1984, 154 to 145. 1987, 154, 149. 1992, the era that we all like. Some of the
Bad
first
Boys,
memories
Jordan,
we have as
Magic
of
and
watching
Bird still playing.
first millennial memories of NBA basketball.
Dream team here.
The All-Star game final score was 153 to 113. So it's not, I mean, I know it got ridiculous.
Yeah, there's never been, but there's like, the whole thing is how do you incentivize?
10 years ago, the final score of the All-Star game was almost to the point exactly the same that it was in 1992.
Yeah.
So
I like the world.
it's just always kind of sucked.
Yeah. I like the world and USA component because that now we have more international players than ever. And if we had Luka, we had Giannis, we had Joker, who didn't play at all.
What are you saying? We, as you're rooting for the world?
Well, Wimby was in it.
Yeah, well, De'Aaron Fox on the other side. Steph Castle's about to
Did
be
he-
on the other
are
side
they
next year.
Because they're subs, were they credited as being all-stars?
Yeah, they see that's the other thing too, because
Yeah.
when you see all-star appearances, like Brandon Ingram being an all-star, when you look on his basketball reference page,
Yeah.
you don't get the footnote that he was a third choice alternate
Yeah.
to get into the game to begin with.
Mhm.
I do think I like your idea of making it just one, like just world versus US. Play
Yeah.
the 4 quarters again, so we
I think
get.
that's a consensus between most people who watch it.
I tend to agree, especially if we're gonna say Norman Powell is Jamaican and Carl Anthony Towns is Dominican. If we're gonna allow some of the stretching of nationalities to fill out both rosters.
Carl Anthony Towns is all-American. Oh my God.
He's what, Jersey, born and raised. I would like to still see. Although I do think there's an argument to be made that the players tend to play harder when it's to a point total and not to a clock.
Yeah.
So like if you put 12 minutes on the clock for a game versus telling them we're playing this game to 25 or 40 or whatever it is.
That 1/4 point total, because you saw how the old men were like, hey, they're up 10. We only got, there's no way we're going to come back. They're shooting lights out. We're not going to hurt ourselves, to sit here and try to run down these young guns,
Yeah.
And it's just, they need 4 quarters, and they need to have a mix of old men and the youngers for the U.S. and for the world team. So you don't hurt the stars. So let's.
I heard Cade Cunningham say when he was asked about the new world versus US format,
Mhm.
and I do wonder, after I heard him say it, I wonder how many other players share the same mentality or thought. He specifically mentioned, I like the world versus US, but I grew up, Cade Cunningham, I grew up watching East versus West and
Yeah.
watching my guys that I liked in the Western Conference beat up on the guys that I despised in the Eastern Conference. And there is still, I do wonder how long, if World US is maybe you do it every Olympic year. You
Yeah.
do it 1 out of 4 years, and then every other year it's normal East versus
this like one every other year. You got an East versus West because remember they split up the Olympics now. So every 2 years we get Olympics.
Well, I guess not do it every winter Olympics. Do it just summer Olympics when it's.
I mean, yeah, true. 'Cause that would be, every 4 years, anything every 4 years, like the Ryder Cup,
I think it would also make it potentially pack more of a punch when it does come back around.
'cause
When it's like, ooh, this All-Star year, this is a U.S. versus World year.
because you got to wait 4 years to get that revenge.
Right. And you've got to wait, if this had been year 1 of it,
Mm-hmm.
and say we were on this structure going back 4 years ago, that world team would have known, like, dude, guys, we got this kid over in France right now.
Yeah.
He's gonna bust y'all's ass once he gets here in 4 years from now.
He's playing at 16 years old right now.
He's gonna be an all-star by the time we play this game. So then you start to think about, and you're watching a guy play in the Olympics who's 17, 18, 19, and you're thinking, man, he's going to be in the next World versus U.S. All-Star game.
Yeah, you can start playing that one out. Well, I think that's enough All-Star talk.
Yeah, you want to
Spurs.
talk about the actual game action?
Yeah. Well, the actual.
Well, last night's game,
Yeah,
really.
last night's. Not even last night's. I want to go back to the Pistons.
Okay.
That game was some of the most, because last night's game was a whistle fest. Let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah, it was ugly.
I'm not gonna say who got the better end of it. You know who got the shaft? The viewers. That was just atrocious to watch because everything was a freaking whistle, man. But I want to go back to the Pistons game with Cade Cunningham. he looked like he was taking it personal. And of course, we all saw Stephon Castle locking him down, getting shoved, and Keldon Johnson coming over, being like, nah, you ain't going to do that to one of the stars of this group.
Love to see that.
Love to see that. And it reminded me of the old Ben Wallace and Tayshaun Prince, Chauncey Billups, you know.
Rip Hamilton.
Rip
Rasheed.
Hamilton. Yeah. Rasheed Wallace.
Darko.
Oh, you got to put Darko in there.
He was the highest drafted player on that roster.
That is true. I mean, the main series that I want to see in the playoffs from the games that I've seen so far is I even watched the Knicks and the Pistons before that. And the Pistons got over on them. That team is just, they are young, they're hungry, they're dogs. They get back on defense. And Cade Cunningham, Oklahoma State, he's gonna be someone for years and years that's gonna be in the mention of MVP. Because I see him as I don't know what I want to say, he's a taller SGA. Does he like, but
Would it
not
shock
as,
you
not
to
as
know?
polished.
Would it shock you to know they're actually like within half an inch height
Really?
wise? Yeah.
Maybe it's just the hair.
I think it's the way.
Do you think they got the same wingspan? It looks like Cade's got a bigger
I think
wingspan.
Cade's bigger, and Cade's about a half an inch taller. But I think it's also just the way they play. Like Cade plays with more length, SGA more perimeter shooting, mid range. Cade will throw mid range,
but he's more prone to put someone in the block. You know, go down to the hole. And you saw the frustration. Even my dad called me and was like, "Are you watching this game?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I had to read. I was like, "Don't tell me anything. I got it on record." Because I was watching Begonia. What a movie.
You were watching Begonia.
I had it recorded, man. I was sick at home and I'm like, hey, I'm like, you know, I was like, I'm going to still watch it all.
Sure.
But that game set a precedent where it shows what we can do as a team, even when we get adversity, because they're up by 2 at half. And then I'm like, okay, it comes down to third quarter. And then the fouls start racking up. And Cade getting early foul trouble shows Fox being an absolute lockdown defender. Not Fox, I mean Castle. Yeah, Castle being a lockdown defender. Wemby wasn't totally on his game. He wasn't even near his game last game. He kind of brought it back today. But it shows how so many other people can step up. Vassell is knocking down the threes like it's nothing now.
So let's talk about that. So the Detroit game, Vassell, you mentioned Wemby. He still scores 21, but it was only 6 of 16 shooting in that Detroit game Monday night. Pulled down 17 rebounds.
Dude,
just
yeah.
insane.
He still affects the game at all levels.
At every game. Even, we're going to talk about it here in a minute last night because he had another poor shooting. But you mentioned the guy that has really picked up the slack this week. That's Devin Vassell.
Yeah.
28 in that game against the Pistons, 7 for 11 on threes. And then last night in the comeback against Toronto, he was 5 for 6 on threes. So not counting tonight, I haven't seen his numbers yet.
It was Champagne night. It was a Brooklyn night.
That's 12 for 17 over that 2-game stretch on threes.
He is
that's hot.
So whenever he was out and we were like, we need that 3-point shooter. Yeah, we have him.
Right. Oh, and I wish we had gotten that 3-and-D prototype player at the trade deadline. Maybe that's Carter Bryant if he continues on. Like a lot of the
Carter's got some dog in him, man.
Big time.
He's ready to scrap. I feel like he's gonna punch in the next couple years. I feel like there's gonna be a fist fight with him and somebody.
No, I think he's your guy. That's why I like to see Keldon come into the defense.
Seems like it's like Keldon's tutelaging.
That's what I was
Carter,
going to say.
Every time Carter does something, Keldon's right there, like, oh, and he's all messing with him, rubbing his head. Like, I'm like, I like that.
Yeah, a lot of the discussion about what the Spurs needed at the trade deadline was another shooter, need more shooting, can never have too much shooting, and that toughness, defender or defensive minded guy. And if Vassell is, of course, those aren't going to be your consistent numbers. This is a
You can't
hot
shoot
stretch.
80%
Right,
from
exactly.
three.
But if he is able to slot himself as that 3-point threat alongside Champagny, where you assume you know what Wemby's giving you every night. You know what the veteran De'Aaron Fox is giving you every night. If Vassell starts giving them 20 points a night consistently on, upwards close to 50% 3-point shooting, like that is such a weapon to now have alongside, because then you're not just relying on
Yeah.
Champagny being your only
And
3-point.
Keldon off the bench,
Right.
he's been knocking down threes. Now you got Carter off the bench who's getting his 3 points. And I don't know if you've seen it. Whenever he hits a three, it's a pure three. That thing's the back of the net, no touching the rim. I'm just like, all right, man, if you develop a mid-range where you can pump fake someone and take 2 steps forward and pop a 2, that's what Vassell gives you. He can do the mid-range and hit you a 3. So that with the lockdown defense, the pure athleticism from Vassell, the hustle from Bryant, the hustle from Keldon, Champagny, we know we're getting him. He's not the best defender, but he knows his job.
He blocked a couple threes in this game earlier tonight against the Nets. Another name we haven't mentioned in all of this, Dylan Harper last night.
Oh, man. He went 6 for 6 in the beginning? Yeah.
Ends with 15 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. Still 19 years old, coming off the bench. Broke Kobe's record for most 15 in 5 games by a teenager coming off the bench.
Whoa.
That was last night. Yeah, because you forget Eddie Jones started over Kobe in those.
Yeah, in the first year.
That first year with the Lakers. So this is where the conversation now turns, though, because with, like this game tonight, they listed Steph Castle as questionable and Keldon Johnson as questionable. Both ended up playing. Second night of a back-to-back. Spurs, with this win, are now 1.5 games behind the Thunder.
Yeah.
Now the question becomes,
can we stay healthy?
Exactly. And what is the balance of chasing the Thunder for that number 1 seed versus allowing for some rest opportunities when a guy is banged up and questionable on the second night of a back-to-back? Maybe
if we do what we did tonight, where we actually blew them out, even though the third quarter was a little spicy.
Yeah, I didn't like that 13-4 run to start it. I was sitting here doing the math as we were about to start the show.
And we've been doing solid on this 11 game win streak of not depleting ourselves in the third quarter, but all the starters got the rest in the fourth. We cleared out the bench, and that's the only way we can sit there and still compete solidly for the first in the West, first overall as well. Because right now, I think we still play the Pistons one more time.
Yeah.
So, but
and it's pretty quickly.
But do we have so it's going to be point differential if we split. But if we win that game, we get the tiebreaker against them.
Yeah,
and I think we beat Boston already once.
Yeah, Boston's at 20 losses. Mm-hmm. They would be the next closest to the Spurs, right behind the Spurs. Mm-hmm. Spurs are at 16 losses, Thunder 15 losses, and Pistons 14 losses.
Yeah.
So all with different amounts of total games played, but really all you need to look at is the loss column because you can't make up losses.
Yeah,
so.
we need to put these people away in the third and rest and be able to get our. Obviously, it doesn't look like a secret. We are trying to get Wemby his 26 minutes a game so he can get some accolades.
We're going to talk about that in a second because the MVP odds have shifted significantly with some of the injuries and some of the leaders in the MVP race now pushing up against.
Isn't Joker almost out of it, or
it's not just Joker either. It is so you can miss 17 games before you're ineligible. The Joker is 1 away. Mm-hmm. We'll just do this here.
Okay.
Joker's 1 away. Victor Wemby's 4 away.
Yeah.
SGA, who's still out, still being, waiting to see
Yeah.
what the diagnosis is. He's missed 10 now. So
Yeah. He's 6 away? Yeah.
7 away.
7
and
away.
the Thunder have 23 games remaining. So it could get close.
But if the Spurs take over the number 1 spot, I don't think SGA gets it.
Exactly. That's where I say, but
Yeah.
this is where it gets interesting because I think it's safe to assume Jokic is going to miss one of the next 24 games for the for the Nuggets.
And he's averaging a triple-double. Right
He
now.
would be your MVP, in my opinion. That's who I would vote for. I would still say,
Would you vote for him even though if they're like 5th in the West?
I think the
I mean-
fifth, they're 4th right now, but they're only one. They're tied with the Rockets for 3rd.
So if they get, okay, so let's sake of the argument, 4th in the West. Spurs go up to 1st.
Yeah.
He's averaging a triple-double, yes, but we've seen this before.
But-
Is it amazing? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the impact, even if the eyeball test, how much Wemby affects the game, even without getting a stat, who's more dominant?
I think if you took Wemby off of the Spurs roster and you took Jokic off the Nuggets roster, the Spurs would still have more wins than the Nuggets. I don't think Jokic doesn't have the same team support he's had the last few years, which I think is what makes the triple-double even more impressive.
But
in
does
some
Wemby
ways.
make, even though they're that much better, does he make that team that much better if they get the number 1 seed?
The argument would be Jokic doesn't do anything for him defensively.
Yeah.
And that's where that's where you would say there's more overall value because of both
That's why I'm
ends
saying
of
he
the court.
affects the game.
I think it's so for
I think Jokic would get a lot of votes. If I was like casting my vote, I'm gonna go with the eyeball test, and I'm like, even if I'm a homer and I'm a Spurs fan, I still would see like there's so many shots that people pump fake and being like, nope, let me pass it back out to take a long contested 3 because there's no way I'm gonna get that over Wemby. So he affect the game right there.
so right now the betting odds for MVP, SGA is your leader at minus 125.
It's ridiculous. Just because he scores so much.
And team award because they are still the 1 seed. I think that would start to change if the Spurs can track them down and pass them. Jokic is 2nd, plus 310. Wemby is 4th.
Kate Cunningham, number 3.
Cade Cunningham is number 3.
So it sounds like so I think we just answered the
I think
question.
Jokic is out because he's going to miss a game. So he's out of the conversation.
But even if he
because
was
of that.
in, I think we answered the question. SGA is the betting favorite because OKC's in the number 1 spot.
and
He's
defending
above
champion.
him.
Yeah. And good numbers, but
Great numbers.
yeah.
Dominates the game. You have to strategize around him. But if the Spurs take the number 1 spot with an all-star, with the, obviously should be winning Defensive Player of the Year.
See, that's where it's going to be a problem though, because if the Spurs pass the Thunder, there's still a good chance that Detroit has the best record in the league. So then you're now having
Aren't we tied with Detroit, or are we one behind Detroit?
2 losses behind Detroit.
So Detroit's got the best record in the league right now.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Detroit is 43-14. That's a
Maybe
754.
that must have changed yesterday, right?
Yeah, that's a 754 win percentage. Thunder are at 75%. So Pistons are now the best, which I think is that would end up being the conversation.
Can we say who's the softer conference?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and put it. The Eastern Conference got some cupcake teams, man.
I think
Even though we do have Light the Beam over in the Western Conference.
yeah, that's oh no, the Kings won at some point.
Oh, they did?
The Kings are not on who did the Kings beat?
Okay, see,
I need to know now. Oh, and the spectacular. They're beating the Mavs right now too.
see,
Who did
still
they,
a Mavs fan.
Who did they? Oh, they beat the Grizzlies on Monday. I completely missed that. Okay. So that ended their, what was it, 17, 18 game losing streak, whatever it was. Yeah, I think Wemby, just looking at the betting numbers right now, I think it would take not only chasing down the Thunder and passing them for the 1 seed, but also a 20 game stretch where
He's got to get a couple 40-point games with 20 blocks. He's got to have like, I want to
20
say
rebounds.
Yeah,
God, if he got 20 blocks, then we'd have.
He's got to have at least 3 or 4 more signature games on prime time.
Yeah,
and that's gonna be clutch. And I think that's gonna be another Pistons versus San Antonio, and maybe we don't play OKC anymore.
No, but they got flexed into a few other primetime games.
Oh yeah,
so he's gonna get that up. What would your ballot be right now as we sit here tonight? Assuming Jokic is eligible as he is right now.
Jokic, just because I've seen it before, it's like it's the Shaq argument to me. Shaq could have won MVP every year.
Or is it the Jordan argument where we give it to Karl Malone one year because we're just tired of we've seen Jordan.
And now we're seeing Wemby do something that Jokic doesn't do, which is play defense at such a dominant level where he is the most elite defender in the league.
Which he's going to end up being Defensive Player of the Year if he
keeps up. So my
reaches
vote
the
is
minimum.
Wemby.
You would go Wemby 1, Jokic 2, then SGA or Cunningham. Cunningham 3.
Because he's a two-way player as well. I put a lot of stock in that two-way player. I almost put Cunningham above Jokic.
It's kind of a shame Jaylen Brown is having this breakout year, because if we're talking about Jaylen Brown's been the best two-way.
What number is he? Is he number 5?
He's right behind Wemby. Yep.
Yeah.
He's so Wemby's 20-1, Jaylen Brown 30-1. And if we're talking about two-way players, Wemby's been the best two-way big man. Jaylen Brown's been the best two-way guard.
And this is the first year that he's actually got his defensive game up. He was usually like a par for the course.
I would argue it's the first year the national media has covered his defensive game.
Maybe because he actually had to do it because he had Tatum.
That's what I was about to say. I think the glazing of Jason Tatum has always overshadowed, and as we've heard in multiple, like I was listening to which one? I think it was Bill Simmons the other day. He was talking about how Jaylen Brown this year has made multiple comments at press conferences of like, yeah, this is what I do. Y'all just didn't talk about it because you were busy talking about other things. And it's like, you could
calm down, Jimmy.
You could really probably say, like, hey, I love my boy Jason Tatum. I can't wait for him to be back. But it's been a lot of like, yeah, this is what I do. I'm glad y'all are now noticing.
He's acting like he's been there before, which he is a champion. So,
he is.
But, well, I think that's enough Spurs talk. You want to go into the main seggy or what?
Let's do it. A little main seggy, 9:18 market.
All right. I think we were talking about before. We're going to split it up with the Olympics, some Olympics talk and some baseball. This is just going to be a whole mix of things real quick.
Baseball? What baseball did you have?
No, not really baseball. Well, Yankees, they beat the Blue Jays.
Wait, no, we're not doing spring training updates. Although
I did want to talk about the ABS system.
Okay,
and but that's the only thing I had on baseball.
Well, hit me with the Olympics first.
The Olympics, LG. My favorite Olympics happened, which I teased on last episode. If we can run 2 of my favorite Olympic sports, let's go ahead and start with the most dangerous and the most sexy Olympic sport there is, the skeleton.
How much would you do it?
Would I do it?
Yeah. I mean, what's the worst?
I've gone down there was this like bobsled thing where I don't know what it's called, but it's like a 3 sled like you sit on. A toboggan or so toboggan.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't even snow. It was just like rough. It was fake white grass. And I mean, it was steep, and you're going about 40, 50 miles an hour, and you tumbled, and I tumbled way up on the hill and got like road rash like over every inch of my body. But this is why I love this sport. Go ahead and let's just go ahead and take in the beauty right here.
Oh God.
The beauty of this sport.
Sir, these are world-class athletes.
These are amazing world-class athletes doing God's work to be Olympians.
They train their whole lives.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. She hit the side of it. She's ready to go. That girl is a thoroughbred.
These athletes train their whole lives just to have you. Look at you, you're so giddy. I, for once, I would much rather talk about that gnarly turn 4 that they had on that course where it was they kept getting up into. I don't know what I'm talking
you
about.
don't know. Like, oh, this one coming up. Oh, I think she got a good time. Oh no, there's the turn 4. Hey, hi.
That clip looks like.
Nice.
Did you just pull? That's not even the.
Hi.
How many Olympic events did you actually watch?
The skeleton.
As we just saw.
Lindsey Vonn almost getting her leg amputated.
I was watching that live when it happened
Oh,
because
yeah.
I was still up.
That
was gnarly.
some of the skiing, the freestyle. I'm a big fan of the freestyle. Curling,
Got to watch curling.
Um,
We didn't do as well in
You
curling.
know what? I
as we-
was a fan. If you want to get that next video, I watched short track speed skating.
Oh, that's always fun.
It's always fun. Let's go ahead and see the gold medalist this year.
That is
If you name her by her boyfriend,
by her boyfriend.
yeah, you know her boyfriend. I was about to do it.
I guess you're gonna have to.
She's from Norway,
No, she's Dutch, right?
the Netherlands.
Yeah. there we go.
Oh, she won the gold.
Are you on Arabic Twitter or what? Where is this video from?
You guys make me search things on Twitter. This is what I give you.
Is this on an ISIS message board?
This girl, she is going out with one Jake Paul, the wannabe boxer.
Not the one who sold the Pokemon card
Nah,
for $16.5 million.
That's Logan Paul, the wrestler.
Okay.
So she won the Olympic gold. Thoroughbred.
Yeah, the Dutch
The
take
freaky
that.
deaky Dutch.
They take that pretty seriously.
Yeah.
Seemingly. I enjoy the short track. The roommate had, I guess
This will be going up on the Instagram feed.
the American. That's the only reason we're doing this. That's the only reason.
Sex sells.
The American chick that won 4 years ago didn't do as well this time. Apparently, she had spoke at a convention that the roommate was at for work, and she asked her, like how do you get into speed skating to begin with? And she was like, well, I was always a fast runner, but not fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
So then I switched to rollerblade, like inline, and I was fast. And then they told me, have you ever skated? Have you ever ice skated?
So
And
it's,
she had never-
the Jamaican bobsled team thing all over again. It's like, hey, I didn't get into the Summer Olympics. Have you ever tried bobsledding?
It kind of feels like that's a lot of the Winter Olympics, which is what I learned. Like the 2-man bobsled teams. It's just like it's one chick that played. Like there was a former Division I volleyball player.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, you're athletic. Here, come push this bobsled, and I'll steer it."
Like the skeleton, they just be like, you got a big dumper? Come
Yeah.
be a skeleton.
and zero fear. Come on down. We'll take you.
Dude, one of the funniest skits, it's very few and far between to get a good skit on SNL. But one of the funniest
Yeah,
skits.
it's rough these days.
It's one of the funniest skits was them going in there being like, are you ready to be an Olympic star? I've been training all my life for this. Oh, I can't wait. Blah, blah, blah. And it was the skeleton skier. She's like, I really hate this. I don't want to do it. It scares me. And they're just like, shut up. And they just push her down.
throw her down.
They throw her down. It was like,
You'll be fine.
She's like, I'm sick. I can't do this. No, you're not sick. Get back out there. And they just scoot her down the luge.
I outside of the hockey.
Yeah, we'll get into hockey. I got curling. So I got some clips from curling.
Okay.
The first one's going to be the controversy. The Canadians.
Cheating bastards.
Those cheating bastards. That's going to be, I think clip 1 is the men, LG. This is...
Clip 1? Did you number them somehow?
No, the first clip.
You mean like
clip. He's such
the
a sassy...
15th message you sent me like 2 weeks ago? Okay.
He's such a sassy man when he's tired.
It's clip 1 from message 17. Yeah, we're supposed to do a tight hour. We're dragging LG deep into the night.
It's the men. It's the men one, not the women.
Curling feels like a sport, kind of like the 20-person pickleball brawl I was talking about. Yeah. Like if you're yelling at somebody while you're playing curling, you're already doing it wrong.
They have to ref each other. That's
I
the whole
love
thing.
it. It's pickup game
So look,
rules.
the whole thing is you're not supposed to touch the stone past the hog line. That's what that line's called, the hog line. And the Canadian, they called him on it. You're touching it after hog line. He's like, no, I'm not. You calling me a cheater? He's like, we're going to review it in there. And he's like, hey, F you, buddy.
He did drop an F-bomb against
But as we see, he touched it past the hog line.
He cheated. How many different networks were broadcasting this with like 4K video and you chose to get a clip of somebody filming their TV?
Okay, look.
LG, we're fighting. Dude.
I will defend you on this one. Every single good version of this video has gotten struck down with copyright. Like this video, what we're playing now is going to end up getting struck.
The Canadians are like, we don't want this out.
No, the Olympics
this is the pride and joy of Canada.
The Olympics own. They are
See the hog
super
line?
sensitive.
How did that become called the hog line?
I was about to say, I think it's
What's the origin story of old hog line? And then if we could get the miraculous shot from the women who won their first ever curling women's team gold medal with a spectacular finishing shot.
What country?
USA, baby.
We won gold in curling?
In the women's, the one where they get 4 women.
No.
You got the looker, you got the thrower, and you got the 2 sweepers.
I'm sure.
I'm sure that's the correct nomenclature for all of them.
I don't know what you were watching.
LG, look at that. Hey, look at him sweep it. Sweep it. Sweep it. Bop, bop. Oh, he knocked off both of them. The winning shot. Go America. We won. Look at the intensity. The intensity right there. That's the looker. That's the one who sits there and tells them the angle. Sweep, curl, 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 sweep, sweep, sweep. Boom. Look at all 3 of them knocked off. That's amazing work.
You get a big F as a
Bitch.
And Switzerland got the silver because they lost to Sweden.
You got the women's, which is the 2.
I think it was the final. It was the final
It's
game of round robin play. Is what that clip's from. I think.
You sure that wasn't?
Yeah, because that was when they
Because
beat.
you got the 2 women's girl team, you got the mixed 2, and then you got the team. There's 4 different ones. Then you got the mixed team. There's a lot of curling.
Maybe. Well, that wasn't a mixed team. Though.
That was all women.
Yeah, curling. The best the United States did. They got a silver. I think that was the mixed, was it not? I believe.
Don't mix the sports, man.
But needless to say, curling is one.
Not in this America, man. There's no boys in my girl sports.
Curling, yeah. It's a good question. If it's in the name of freedom and the flag, I guess we allow it. At least on the Olympics.
No Y chromosomes with these X's.
Don't they do a mixed? Do they do a mixed bobsled too?
I don't
know.
No, I don't think so.
No,
because the girls will be lagging.
Well, I think that's why the best question would be. So you would have the. This is a good hypothetical. You ready for this? I stumbled into this in my head. We're gonna do this and then move on. So if you theoretically we're doing a mixed bobsled team,
Yeah.
a 2-person bobsled, 1 man, 1 woman. You would theoretically have the faster time if you let the man do the pushing at the start,
Yeah, he's the anchor.
but then you'd have to rely on a woman driver.
Oh,
So would you be better off having the woman do
you
the
telling me
pushing?
Danica Patrick can't drive a race car?
She never won anything.
I didn't say she wins. But I'm just saying she could drive.
I'm saying I could be one of the 43 out there behind the wheel and not win anything. I mean, that's not really gender dependent.
Can you be the anchor and then just jump over the woman?
Yeah, tell her get out, just scoot back, just scoot
Scoot
back.
back and I'm just gonna jump over your ass.
I would love to see the strategy. I mean, obviously, like some of those women driving the bobsled, like the Germans are insane. Like watching them do
Some
the
of those
bobsled
one of
run.
those skeleton girls with their big old anchor. Just let them sit in the back.
I think you could get creative. I think you could get creative with.
I think I see a whole new montage coming.
What else you got from the Olympics?
That's about. Well, you want to
Hockey.
get into hockey?
What do you want to say about it? What do you like?
We shouldn't have won that game.
Of course. I mean, Canada had the more obvious scoring chances.
That was
Nathan McKinnon will take it to his effing grave that he missed the wide open net.
99 out of
halfway
100
through.
times. That's going into.
100 times out of 100, he does that when he's wearing a Colorado Avalanche jersey, especially against the Stars in the
I was
playoffs.
wondering. I was like, that name sounds familiar. So he's the Avalanche.
He's a
guy.
Stars killer. Yeah, he's the second best hockey player on earth behind
Yeah.
Connor McDavid,
Yeah,
who had his own handful of opportunities in that game.
I like how the Ham brother got his teeth knocked out and won the scoring goal.
Yeah, it was.
Are you more upset because it went to overtime and they had to do it the old 3-on-3?
You know,
You'll take the win.
I'm not as concerned about how it happened. It's at the end of it, it's in the record book as the first time the men have won gold in hockey in my lifetime. I mean, we hadn't seen that.
Oh yeah, that's me too.
It was 1980. I mean, so unless you were alive for the miracle on ice,
the Merkel.
you've never seen what we saw Sunday morning.
I was
So
surprised by that. I was like, we haven't won since 1980. Dang.
every time the NHL players are allowed to play,
Yeah.
Canada usually, or before Russia went crazy on the world.
I'm just glad.
Russia
I'm
would
just
be-
glad we spent our tax dollars to send Cash Patel to go celebrate with them.
Look, why can't you party with the boys a little bit?
Do it, not on my dime.
He's not on your dime.
He flew the FBI jet out there.
But I mean, if only we had a clip of Cash Patel complaining about the former FBI director using the same jet to fly around.
Can't we just get another jet?
What if we had two jets? No,
Yeah, get another couple jets.
this is where I start to lose interest in talking about the hockey game because you want to talk about Trump making the joke about the women's team. You want to talk about Cash Patel partying. You want to talk
it
about
got so politicized.
You want to
so
talk
much.
about the boys walking out during the State of the Union. You want to talk it's
what a gimmick.
it's all of it. Like we can't have anything fun anymore. It can't just be. It can't just be a good story. It can't just be Jack Hughes getting his teeth knocked out and then scoring
getting the
the
national
game.
anthem with at the strip club. That should have been that was the cherry on top. And then we had the State of the Union, and I'm like, and that's now a shit Sunday.
See, it's one of those deals where I think it's personal.
I don't give a crap who did it.
Exactly.
I'm like this is sideshow. This is sideshow crap.
Well, and also it's like all of a sudden we're supposed to believe that all of these politicians actually care about hockey. No. That's like Cash Patel, to his credit. I know
Is he a hockey fan?
he's a huge hockey guy.
Well, all right.
Played it his whole life, plays in a DC men's league.
Good job,
Which is
man.
also
Just don't fly there on my
Which is
dime.
also where some of the reports of him being hungover at work and then his teammates in the rec league are like, yeah, dude, he was pounding beers in the parking lot last night after the game. Like,
I like beer.
I like beer.
I still like beer.
It's okay to like beer. No, yeah. I mean, the game itself, the
The goalie was insane, dude.
That's the only reason they won. Hellebuck. Did you know? Did you
that
hear
one.
this?
Besides that one shot, there was 4 other shots that were like
The
80
insane.
80+% chance to go in.
Yeah, Canada's expected goal total.
It reminded me of Tim Howard in his last World Cup when we went into the knockout stage.
And he had 18, 20 saves against Belgium.
Yeah, and
where
then finally he gave up the one goal.
If only Wondolowski had scored that one poacher's goal. That's the whole reason he was on the roster.
Yeah.
Was just tap in that poacher's goal. We would have, yeah. Anyway. Do you know where Hellebuck played his college hockey?
Where?
So before
East Coast, West Coast,
Central,
Nebraska,
more south,
Texas,
correct?
Texas Tech, or
No.
Texas
So-
UT.
Nope. You're never gonna guess it because
It's like a junior.
it's a junior college.
Oh.
So he wasn't a big recruit, but he started at a junior college in Odessa.
Odessa.
The guy who's about to
the
get
oil town. Oil.
who's about to get the Presidential
Oh,
Medal of Freedom for his saves at the Olympics started his college hockey career in Odessa, Texas at a junior college.
Freedom. I'm just like, I don't know. Yeah.
Again, it's
there's so many good stories, but now it's politicized, and now it's just like, yeah.
See, and that's where, like, I kind of, because this is also the other side of the politicization of it. I think I got close enough for that. We'll go with it. Because then
Politics.
you've got all of the you've got all of the coastal liberals that are insufferable talking about like, well, we were proud of you, but now you've ruined it. You've ruined it for me. Like now I can't celebrate your gold medal because you're doing stuff with the orange man, and I don't like that. You know, it's like it's the same reaction.
What about the
but
four
just-
guys that didn't go? Because like, who wants to go to the State of the Union?
Yeah, that sounds miserable.
If I'm celebrating and I'm at the strip club making strippers stand for the national anthem while I got my gold medal and getting a lappy, you know, smoking a heater, getting fed some shrimp, I'm not going to no State of the Union.
straight out the lake.
You know, I'm just like, I'm in Florida, Panhandle. You know what I'm saying?
That's where I mean, again, I lose.
It's like, you want to go to the State of the Union, the president? I'm good.
I lose a lot of interest once we start playing political ping pong over.
It's like, even if like, oh, he's getting inaugurated as president, I'm good on that. I don't want
think
to
I'm okay.
go out there.
I think I'm okay.
I think the people we elected that we pay, they go out there, and I'll stay in my comfortable area and hopefully fix this crap that's going on in our country that we pay you for.
Yeah, good luck with that. Don't hold your breath, though.
Yeah.
I do think the women are going to have a lot more fun if they end up going with Flavor Flav to Vegas.
Yeah.
It sounds like
Flav's taking them out
yeah.
there?
It sounds like they're actually doing it too.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I think it's actually
Is
going to.
Flav trying to take Snoop Dogg's spot?
I mean,
Hey.
are we over?
Just stay off the crack.
Are we
Flav.
over Snoop Dogged at this point?
I mean,
Do we need Snoop?
We didn't need Snoop for the winter.
Yeah.
We could have done another bit, you know, get someone else, you know. No offense, it's Winter Olympics. Put a white boy out there. Just saying. Just saying.
So that the chick that I was telling you, the speed skater earlier,
Yeah.
she was the first. I think she was either the first Black American overall to win a gold.
Yeah,
I don't think it
Olympics.
was just Black speed skater. I think it was Black
Black
American to ever win a gold back in 2022 when
Yeah.
she did. And so, like, I understand the need
She
and
broke the
value
glass
of
ceiling, baby.
representation, but yeah, I think it's Snoop specifically.
Snoop
I'm
was
about
4 weeks of Snoop.
yeah, I'm about over Snoopified just
Yeah.
in general. The random, but it seems like he's got that NBC money on speed dial. So anytime they do anything, he'll be involved. You got anything else? The Stars. Speaking of the hockey, the Stars. So Mikko Rantanen, he's out a couple of weeks. He got injured in the semifinal game against Canada for when he was playing for Team Finland.
Yeah.
Starts to have Roddick Foxa, another one of their players who got hurt. He was playing with his country of Czechia.
Are they still behind? Are they number one in their conference? Or?
They're probably not going to catch Colorado.
Yeah.
It looks like Colorado's, because they started so hot to start the year. I don't think the Stars can catch them, but they did at least start. They played their first game since the Olympics last night and won 4-1 against the hated Seattle Kraken. So
They hated.
yeah, they beat the.
Damn Krakens.
They ate the Seattle Calamaris last night, 4-1 up in Dallas. So, from a Stars
Do
perspective,
they throw squid on the thing? Do they eat it?
I don't think they do because they won't steal it from Detroit because that's
Detroit's
just
throws
such
squid. I was
a.
figuring something.
Yeah,
Someone
Detroit
squids.
throws octopus.
Octopus, okay.
Yeah, and I think if Seattle did it, it would be such a
You
direct copy.
copied us.
Yeah. Nashville, they throw a catfish. It's so
That's so good.
so
good.
country, so redneck.
Noodling in Knoxville.
You want to do the rest in lightning round, or you got something else?
Yeah,
here?
let's do the rest of the lightning round.
All right, hit me, LG. Let's do some lightning round. Let's start. I'll get it out of the way so we can just end the final piece of Cowboys talk for this program. Have you seen any? Have you been following or kept up with any of the Brandon Aubrey contract?
Oh yeah,
Standoff.
He wants more. He want like how much does he want?
So right now, clearly, the Jones boys are playing the media to try to make Brandon look like the bad guy. And the reason I say that is because we got the report yesterday from one of Jerry's mouthpieces in the national media. I think it was Mike Florio, or maybe it was Rappaport. I can't remember. One of them put out that the Cowboys offered Brandon Aubrey over $7 million last season, and he rejected it and countered with $10 million. And so the Cowboys have been at a stalemate ever since. So
I think he's worth 10 mil.
that's debatable. But what's not debatable is as soon as that report starts spreading that report doesn't get fed to a local guy, because one of the local Dallas reporters would immediately do the due diligence to go to Brandon or Todd France and be like, well, what's the truth here? What's really going on? No, the national guy runs with it on behalf of Jerry and Steven. And I say that because Todd France, who's Brandon Aubrey's agent, he's also Dak Prescott's agent. So he's pretty familiar with how Jerry Jones negotiates. He's been Dak's agent his whole career. Todd France denies that report immediately. Brandon Aubrey on Instagram replies to one of the aggregators that's reporting it and just says false. And then
False.
his poor wife even gets involved.
Oh, no,
and
honey.
I know.
Honey.
It's never a good look.
Never good when your significant other gets involved. No.
You don't
do
need
it.
to be fighting
Not-
the media.
It could be your cousin, it's like, hey, that's my cousin. He does I can't control everybody.
Right.
But when it's your wife, it's like
It's like Matt Stafford's wife talking about banging the backup quarterback when they were in college on her podcast. Like, the whole world doesn't need to know some of these things. Like, we don't need to hear your
you
perspective
won
on
bronze.
everything.
I just want to say I'm really sorry for my girlfriend. I cheated on her.
Yeah, okay, that was another. Yeah, what was that Norwegian dude? I think
Stuff
it was.
you don't need to bring up.
Yeah, not. Although you can bet that paid off in droves in the Olympic Village. I mentioned that he ran out of condoms in record time. A lot of future Olympians.
It's like Love Island. We don't go here with a boyfriend.
It's 1,000% what it
Boyfriend
is.
or girlfriend.
Except it's the best athletes in the world. Yeah.
They're
So
trying to make other athletes.
So Aubrey, his wife, and his agent are all calling it out as false. Cowboys are going to put a second round tender on him.
Yeah.
And that's where you said he's worth whatever. Like, your team's had kicking woes.
Yeah.
Would you be okay if the Niners spent $10 million on Brandon Aubrey?
I mean,
Or would you be okay if it also meant giving up a second round pick? Because that's where I don't think the money. I think there are other teams.
I'd give him a 3rd round pick because the Niners suck at picking 3rd round. Have you seen? We have the worst 3rd round picks. Every one of them is like,
And as much
except for Fred Warner was the outlier back in the day.
as I love Aubrey,
Yeah.
if you're telling me you can get a 2nd or 3rd round pick for a kicker,
Do it.
that's just good business.
Yeah. But like, how much did Justin Tucker? What was the highest paid kicker? It had to be Tucker,
So
right?
it's Harrison Butker,
But
the
Oh, yeah.
Chiefs guy, and it's like 6.8, I believe, 6.8 million.
I mean, give him 10 million with give him like 8 million with incentives.
I don't think it's gonna take. I don't think it's gonna take getting up to 10.
I know the Niners were thinking about franchising Eddie Pinheiro, but now we're not.
Yeah, it's
We're
never.
restructuring Nick Bosa's contract.
Well, you got to free up. Speaking of
Free-
restructuring, do you know what team right now could create the most money if they restructured contracts?
The Cowboys?
It's your Dallas Cowboys.
Your Dallas Cowboys.
You know how much
You watch your mouth, sir.
the listenership's Dallas Cowboys.
There's
you know
some
how
Niner fans
much-
out there. Right, Greg?
Yeah, you and
Right, Greg?
yeah.
How about
The,
Zeb? Zeb loves some Niners.
the amount of money
How about
the
that
Cowboys,
guy in Thunderdome who's like, I hate when the captain talks about he's such a rise Doc Purdy's dick all the time.
Well, okay, well, there's a
Hey man, we've already
D-bomb.
I think you've covered all the words George Carlin mentioned.
yeah. I was about to say,
hey, there's a couple more. Stay tuned.
stay tuned. The Cowboys just need to sign Brandon Aubrey and move on with this.
dude,
They
that's
could
your-
create the
that's your
most
best
money in free agency if they restructure some contracts. They've already got George Pickens to fight with. Don't fight with Aubrey too.
Yeah, hit me, LG. All right, I'm gonna bring it back. This is an ongoing something that just grinds my gears. LG, if you can put up a picture, the first part is not. I congratulate George Kittle's wife on becoming one of the newest Sports Illustrated swimsuit models. If we can throw up her picture. Because I like to do this. I like to celebrate, our athletes and their wives doing other things, especially, swimsuit models. It's a hard sport to get into. Look at her there. Claire Kittle. Natural beauty. Does not look all plastic surgery up. I'm not saying anything bad about plastic surgery, but there are bad ones out there. That is what you call. What would you give that? What would you give that? You're not even paying attention.
No, I was actually looking. I was looking up. I was wanting to see some further research on Claire Kittle. I was trying to find some pictures that weren't Sports Illustrated cover shots.
Claire Kittle's the best.
I mean, that looks. If you told me, if you
didn't see the name,
Right.
you would have been like, "Is that a Sports Illustrated?" This is my whole argument. Yes,
That's
All right.
exactly what I
So
was
now
saying.
we're going to go back to when we started this segment with one Jared Goff's wife. Don't remember her first name, but Miss Goff, swimsuit model. Throw the picture up. Is that a swimsuit model?
sure, yeah, it still checks out. Yeah.
Absolutely. And here's where my gears get grinded. This woman is not a swimsuit model.
Is there a trend that I'm picking
This
up on
one
here?
is a paid for by the corporate media to shove it down our throats because of one guy, her husband.
Oh, who's Brock Purdy married to?
Don't worry about that.
Oh, I
That
figured
is a
that's
good old
who we're-
homegrown country boy. He probably got a country wife. Throw that picture up there, LG. Is that a swimsuit model?
Okay, well, that's not the same. Then why didn't you find a?
Yeah, I was gonna say she's not on the cover of
She's
Sports
not on the
Illustrated, so
cover.
no.
So
She's
no.
in a swimsuit.
In that picture, she
She's
is
in a
not a
swimsuit.
swimsuit model.
Brittany Mahomes is not a swimsuit model. I will die on this hill. She's got a face like a horse.
So
That is all plastic surgeryed out.
I am so glad.
So you wouldn't say she's a thoroughbred since she has a face like a horse?
Look at her hips, don't even line up with her vulva. Like, look, that is not appealing to me.
This is a
And-
random photo on a beach.
You're telling me
You don't think that's not a pre-planned photo, LG?
You're telling me
You don't think that's something she didn't sit there and
It's
get the
not a
right light
Sports
for Instagram?
Illustrated model photo, that's for sure.
you have standards and Brittany Mahomes doesn't meet those? Look, I'm looking at the picture. She
not
was on
one
it.
bit.
She was on
Not
it
one bit,
like
sir.
last year.
She was on it 2 years ago
2
during
years
their
ago,
Super
okay.
Bowl run when Taylor Swift ruined my Super Bowl
I'm looking at a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model.
with Brittany.
Yes.
You are out of your damn mind, sir.
I think you were.
You want to hear the other 5 cuss
I
words
think
that
you
I
were
can't say?
blinded by rage due to your bias against
I'm blinded
Patrick
by
Mahomes.
like she's not a swimsuit model.
So, okay,
There will be a poll. There will be a poll. Which one would you rather?
so to speak. What would you rather? Would
How
you
you
rather
gonna be,
what?
how you gonna be one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever do it, and you get showed up by Jared Goff's wife?
I think you are getting. I guarantee you, there are. No, I'm not even entertaining this. You're an idiot. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Hit me, LG. Speaking of female entertainers, do you see what the Hawks are doing?
No.
March 16th, they will be honoring I want to make sure I get this right because the NBA even released a full PR release on behalf of the Atlanta Hawks. They are doing Magic City Night at the Atlanta Hawks game on March 16th. And this is the headline on NBA.com earlier today announcing the celebration. Quote, Hawks to celebrate Atlanta's iconic cultural institution, Magic City, during the team's Magic City Monday game, ironically against the Orlando Magic too, which is funny. Just Magic tie-in. Iconic cultural institution. That's what I'm going to start calling strip clubs here in San
As someone who
Antonio.
has been to Magic City and seen families lining up outside with their kids waiting to get to the Magic City kitchen to
that-
get those wings,
that
it is an
blows my
iconic
mind.
institution
That
in
blows
Atlanta.
my mind when LG told me that when he's
The
like
family?
the kids are there. And like, what do you tell the kids when you see the strippers with the
The kids
big
aren't
old
allowed
backsides?
inside. There's a front patio they hang out
That's
at.
where you get your food.
But do the strippers walk in? Like, do they have their own special?
They got their own entrance.
They got their
You
own,
walk in, the kitchen's on the left, the poles are on the right.
What was that MTV show that
The
had-
Lou Will special is great
that had
too.
the
Lemon
sun-
pepper wet.
Lemon
Lemon
Pepper
Pepper
Lou, baby.
Why would you?
The
wanna
Hawks
make it
got to
like-
sign him for a 10-day contract
Yeah,
just for Magic City Night. So they're
Dude,
doing.
I ate there like 3 times out of a 7-day trip in Atlanta.
So 10 out of 10 on the wings.
Exactly, yes.
How
And,
many-
and everything they serve there.
How many
Top
times did you just get the food?
He didn't even go
Every
see
time.
the-
I
Okay.
didn't go to the strip club once.
This is so. Listen, wait.
The
what-
kitchen is more popular
what-
than the strip club.
What'd you say that? What'd you say there, LG? You didn't.
I didn't go to the strip club once.
If I had the board right now, womp, womp, womp.
You know how many times I've been to a strip club in my life? Less than I have fingers on this hand.
was,
Yeah,
was
that
one of it
doesn't-
like twice of it was with me or what?
One of them was with you.
There's a
yeah.
good chance, and I'm sure this is how the night went. Nope, get that bitch off the stage. She ain't a stripper. She's not good enough to be. She's not Magic City quality. That is not what I think of when I think of a stripper. Get her out. Gotta go.
The lighting in this room's all wrong. The lighting in this like
She's only here because she's married to the DJ. That's the only reason she's a stripper.
I've been inside
That
Magic
DJ's treble's
City,
all
but
high.
I didn't patronize that part of the business. I went to the kitchen. And I've been to the Wild Bills or whatever in Denver, the famous one over there.
the
The
iconic
iconic institution there
cultural
as well.
institution.
they got an
Yeah.
upstairs room.
I guess Sugars is
So I've
our
heard.
iconic cultural institution, or the closest we can come to it. Yeah, it's T.I. is going to perform at halftime too. So it's a
buddy.
true
You
Atlanta
can have whatever
celebration.
you like.
Oh man, I got.
All right,
Go
well then
for it.
hit me, LG. We'll do. If you'll cue up that final video, we'll do that and get out of here. I do want to quickly mention something really cool with Ticket 760 and iHeart. iHeart announced extending the UTSA broadcast deal 5 more years.
Oh wow.
which means we got job security with Uncle Andy's show.
Nice work, Uncle Andy.
That's right,
Hey,
Uncle
good job,
Andy.
Uncle Andy.
Also, should say I'm filling in for Uncle Andy next Wednesday again, so I'll be on with him Tuesday and Thursday, and then hosting.
He'll be bona fide
Wednesday.
40-year-old
Talking
about golf with Uncle Andy.
I'm going to talk nothing but golf
Yes.
on Wednesday.
Shotgun Willies was where I went.
There we
Shot,
go.
yeah, I was like,
Where that NBA dude got caught with the gun.
That's right.
in his sweatpants.
No, that's
Ja Morant.
That was Ja in Denver. You're
Yeah.
thinking of Plaxico
Oh, that was in the
when
club.
he shot himself in the leg because he had the
I
gun
thought it was
in
the
his
same thing. He
sweatband.
he like
his
dropped
sweatpants.
it. Like both of them dropped it out their like sweatpants.
I don't think Jaws didn't discharge though.
It didn't discharge. It just
We,
fell on the
we
ground.
lost a great actor too who just shot himself in the armpit. The dude from Pulp Fiction. I forget his name now. It slips me.
He
Just
shot
a couple
himself in the
days.
armpit and
Yeah, a couple
died?
days ago.
Wait, did he die from the gunshot?
Yeah.
And we lost Robert Duvall. Rest in peace, King. You know,
Great in Days of Thunder.
great. Who
He was the dude who played Zed. Zed's dead, baby.
Whoa!
Oh, you're talking about the cop rapist?
Okay, I never would have come up with this guy's name. You're never gonna guess it.
Yeah, baby.
Peter Green.
Peter Green.
Yeah, I mean he's been in every. Oh my god.
He's been in a lot of things.
We need to
He's always
follow
been the
up.
bad guy.
Yeah, he shot his left armpit and it damaged an artery. He bled out in his New York City apartment. Oh, that was back in December. It hasn't been that long. Good God.
I guess you don't want to publicize that little accident.
So, as I was going to say,
Guns just don't go off by themselves, sir.
UTSA extends the deal 5 years with iHeart. But the cool thing is, starting next year, we're broadcasting the baseball games.
Oh, nice.
And the baseball team just so happened to have the deep tournament run last year.
Yeah.
They started this year 7-0, record start. They lost to Texas State earlier this week for their first loss
damn
of the
rivalry,
season.
dude.
But we're going to get Roadrunners baseball on the radio, which I think is pretty
That's pretty nice.
damn cool. But let's close it out with this, LG. 14 years ago,
Ooh, he's bringing it.
14 years ago, the world learned who Pete Weber was.
That's got to be a bowler.
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it. And
Oh!
That's number 5. Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am.
Straight Ernie McCracken
It's
did.
still so good. Who do you think you are? I am.
That's Ernie McCracken. Where he goes crazy, dude.
That dude
Oh, man.
is one of the greatest bowlers ever. That was his 5th world championship.
I am. Just wearing the Oakley shades. Like, oh, my God. Shout out to Kingpin, one of the
14
greatest
years
Farley
ago.
movies ever.
Shout out to Pete Weber. Shout out to Kingpin. Shout out to y'all for listening and putting up with our long break. But
We kept it a tight hour for y'all.
we didn't make it a tight hour. But LG or Cap, tell the good people how to get a hold of
You
you.
can hit me at the Captain's Chair at 210 at Instagram and X and sportscave.live on everything. If you don't have
Let Cap know how wrong he is and how
on
sexist,
What the
how just derogatory and chauvinistic towards a young entrepreneur like Brittany Mahomes just trying to get her modeling career started. Just no, this is let the record show that the views expressed during this program are not shared by the majority
the most
of
annoying voice ever.
There's 3 of us, and you are the only vote. You can get a hold of me on X at Biggest Puma, Instagram biggest.puma. LG, when's the next stream?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I don't hear any music. So are we getting out of here? Or are we doing
Oh, LG,
There it is.
man.
There
Worked
it
13
is.
days straight.
Spurs? LG works 13 days straight. Spurs win 11 in a row. We'll be back Tuesday night. Till then, y'all have a good week.
Peace. Happy birthday, Puma.
Thank you.
kids. What do we say about drugs?
Only thugs use drugs. Say no to drugs.
Yeah!